eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And so today I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm just really showing off my little island sanctuary. Yeah, I have been doing Island Sanctuary since it came out in 6.2 and it's not at all what I was expecting, but I do enjoy it, so I thought I'd just share off what a level... So I thought I would just share what a rank 10 island looks like. So basically here in Island Sanctuary, you can pretty much do almost anything that you want. So as a quick rundown, we've been through a lot, and Tataru was so nice that she decided to get us our very own little island sanctuary so that we can get away from the rest of the world. Which is a bit of a relief because I was afraid that it was going to be something from Rowena or something with strings attached, but no, it's just Tataru being an awesome friend. I mean, unless she's secretly planning to take over the world and just wants us out of the way, I would believe either or. But yeah, so let's have a quick look around, and I've already released a bunch of minions, so you're going to see them scattered throughout this area. And as you can see, I am a rank 10, and there are multiple ways that you can level up here, but this is as high as you can go, at least for right now. I'm pretty sure that they'll add updates and everything later on in future patches. But anyway, here we go. So this is what a fully upgraded cabin looks like. So it looked pretty run down. It was really just barely holding together when it was first built. But we got a nice seating area, we got a proper bed, even a nice little hanging chair, which is really nice. And we got mammoths, of course, mammoths everywhere. So that's our main cabin, but here we have two other buildings. This particular building is for gathering. So you have mammoths that are going out gathering supplies for you, and I have two of them on the island so far. And I just love the attention to details that they put in here. Like look, you got little fish in the barrels, you got a bunch of cargo being risen here and moved about. It really is, I just love the little touches that the dev team went ahead and put together. Anyway, this here is another building for crafting all sorts of materials so that they can ship it out, and that's how we get our payments. I never noticed there was a fire here, but I'm guessing that's where they bake everything. And it's just so adorable. Everything about these little buildings is just so much fun. So it's a nice place to actually just explore, and it just looks so nice. Everything here just looks so nice. And let's have a look upstairs, as I like to call it. So yeah, this entire ground used to be just like solid dirt, so we went ahead and upgraded it with these stone walkways. And yes, here we go. So we have another crafting building. I forget what the names are right now, sorry. But we have another building for crafting, all sorts of materials, as well as another one for gathering. And we also have a third building for crafting right up here, along with one of our landmarks, which is a giant windmill. So these landmarks, they don't really do anything, they're really just here to look nice, which I really do enjoy these buildings. I do hope we can add more later on. But yes, once you are rank 10, you can unlock flying, and you know what? Let's go ahead and do that right now. Yes, so I do have the motorcycle. This is just one of several mounts that you can purchase here on the island, and I had to save up a lot of shells to be able to buy it, and it's one of my favorite mounts so far. It just looks so awesome. Especially like when you have street clothes on, it really has a nice effect. Anyway, like I said, these buildings don't really do anything except they're here for mostly aesthetic reasons. Yeah, it just looks so awesome. The view here is fantastic. I figured that, well, I might as well put the windmill here. I mean, I guess we could just kind of play it off as being an essential part to maybe my crafting stations or something. I don't know. That's just kind of the thought process I had. But let's go up a little bit further. Yeah, so as you can see, this is another building. So there's 3 of the buildings for crafting and 2 for gathering, where the mammoths are all hard at work. Oh, and also when it's dark, you can see these lanterns all light up. You can actually switch them out between torches, but I prefer the lanterns. Oh, it's so pretty here. So we actually have a perfect day. That's a good thing about being on the islands, because having clear skies is pretty common. So 9 times out of 10 you can actually come here and really expect at least a nice clear day. So we have the break in the road. Let's go down here just real quick so I can show you the bathhouse. So yes, we do have our own little bathhouse. I put it in this location just because I feel like it has a little bit of extra privacy, and you can still get a nice view from it. So yeah, I love like these little effects. You got the towels hanging up here drying. You have the mammoths hard at work, probably making sure that the water is perfect temperature. Oh, just the details are just amazing. So yes, you can go ahead and invite all your friends over, and a lot of people just love to hang out in baths and just have nice long conversations. I love doing that myself. So this here is really a perfect place where a bunch of your friends can actually all gather and just talk about stuff. Talk about the game, talk about life, real life, game life, doesn't matter. It's just a fun experience all around. But let's go back up here and I'll show you, I think one of my favorite landmarks is actually the lighthouse. So I put it way up here at the very top for a reason, because when you're out gathering on the island and say it gets dark or if it gets cloudy and you decide that you need to fly back here and you don't want to teleport, you can actually see the little light from the lighthouse in the distance, like when you're flying across the island, so you know exactly which direction you need to go in. I really wish that they would allow us to be able to climb ladders like this, though. I'm really hoping that they do that someday. But that's okay, we can just fly out real quick, just so that you can have like a clear look of everything. So it's actually pretty high, and yes, the lighthouse really does work like at night or when it's cloudy or just bad weather in general. But let's move over to the other side of the island where you can see where we have both the pasture and my little farm. So these are also places that you can unlock the further along that you go into Island Sanctuary. So let's go ahead and look at the gardens first. And wow, everything is fully grown. I wasn't expecting that. So yes, when they're sparkling like that, it does mean that they are full grown, they're ready to be harvested, and you can use them for a couple things. You can either sell them outright, you can use them for crafting materials for some of your shipments, or usually what I do is make feed out of them. So I take these lots of fruits and vegetables, mix them all together, and we got nice feed for the animals. Speaking of the animals, they're all right over here, and I'm very, very proud of how this all turned out because I have all the rare animals. So there are 17 rare animals scattered throughout the island that do appear at certain times or certain weather conditions or sometimes both. And I am very, very happy to say that I have all 17. It took a while, but I do have all 17. Probably the toughest one that I had to get would be the Gubu. I don't know why, but just the Gubu was so difficult. The Black Chocobo, surprisingly, was also tough for me to get. The very last one I needed to get for my little collection here was the Crocodile, or I guess the Alligator. Yeah, you are freaking me out there, Smiley. Okay, so I don't know why they thought that it would be a good idea to have a gator in like a giant pen full of other animals. But apparently they survive just fine off the feed that we give them. I don't know how that works, but hey, I'm not gonna judge them. Anyway, the last landmark that we have is the tree house. So this here is just another place that you can sit and gather with all of your friends. And I put it in this particular location so that it has the perfect view over the ocean. So you have a lot of seating area and some little roofing. I never noticed this little detail until right now, but it actually has like nice little flower garden that you can, it's just for aesthetic reasons, but that's such a nice touch. But the view here is just gorgeous. Look at that. I would love a treehouse by the ocean someday. Ah, it's so nice and peaceful. So, Tataru, you did good. I'm really grateful that you were thinking of us and got us our own little island sanctuary. But let's just go ahead and have a quick look at the rest of the island. So this is Claire in her street gear, as I call it. And as you can see, it just matches so perfectly with the motorcycle. It just looks fantastic. Yeah, I do think it's only a matter of time before Eorzea starts to, shift more into like a modern city rather than like more fantasy style, but, that might be a long way off. So let's just have a quick look around the island, just real quick. Just in case somebody out there doesn't have their own little island sanctuary yet, this is what you can look forward to. And it's just so adorable. It really is. I mean, what's more fun than running around an island like this, do whatever you want, have like little exploration parties with your friends. I actually do that sometimes. And I guess those other islands scattered out there might also belong to us. I wouldn't bet on that though. But it's so nice because it's away from the rest of the world. It's away from people who are asking you to run errands or kill this monster. But here you can just take it easy. Forget that you're the warrior of light for a while. Although I will say this, I am not against the idea of maybe having like the other scions come and visit us on our little island from time to time. I do hope that they do something to incorporate that, because I would love to be able to invite friends over from like NPCs. I do think that they did mention that they were planning to do more with Island Sanctuary in later patches. And you know what? Like maybe we have, I can just imagine like all the NPCs that we could have come to the island, like not to really bug us or anything, but just to come say hi, to maybe take a day or two to relax. And just enjoy island living. I do know that in real life, if I had a choice to, live on my own little deserted island like this, I would probably take it. And that's generally the truth. Like, I'm not going to be like living among mammoths or anything, but if I had a chance to, live on a nice little island, be able to go to the beach every day, I would definitely take it. So let's go ahead and just ride our way up to the tallest point of the island, just real quick, just because I can. Okay, so when you first start off Island Sanctuary, I do know that they have large chunks of the map that you can't really fill in, just because you just can't get to that part yet. But once you reach rank 10, that's when you can be able to gain the ability to fly, and then you can fill in those parts of the map. Oh, it's so nice up here. I do hope they allow us to do more with the Island Sanctuary someday. Like maybe put in like a nice beach chair or something up here, or like a picnic table. That would be cute. Wow, this place is both pretty small but pretty big at the same time if you really think about it. But let's go ahead and just head on back. I know I can teleport, but where's the fun in that? What's the point of having an island if you're not going to really appreciate for what it's worth? So we got little mountains here, other than the really big mountain behind us. We got like a nice spring with waterfalls and a pair of running creeks? Running rivers? I'm not sure. Like, what's the difference between a creek and a river? I'll look that up later. Anyway, so it's just a really fun place. It's a fun idea. So I really am glad that they went ahead and added this whole section. And I do know that our Warriors of Light really do enjoy the downtime. So as of right now, I pretty much have everything mostly done. I'm not done with Island Sanctuary just yet because I do still have a couple items that I want to purchase from the mammoths. I do have a couple more mounts that I need to get. I have the equestrian rolls I need to get. But otherwise, I do have the hairstyles. I think I have one mount, and I do still need the minion. But that's actually a good thing because it's going to keep me busy until 6.25 comes out, which should be coming out, I would say, in 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm not going to lie, I would really enjoy that because I can just imagine that most people are going to be inviting, like, maybe Sir Emmerich over, have him sitting out, lying on the beach in a bathing suit or something. Yeah, don't tell me you didn't think about that. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this video was a little bit different. I mostly just wanted to show off my island. I'm just so proud of how it came out. And especially with all my animals, I managed to capture all 17 of the rare animals, so I really am proud of that. I know I have a problem with this game. I know it's a bit of an addiction, but please don't send me help for it. I will not accept it. Otherwise, I went ahead and added the cutscene that we have for both unlocking Island Sanctuary, as well as the cutscene you get for unlocking everything on the island. Why did I put it there? Just because. Anyway, if you want to see those, you can just keep watching. Otherwise, I wish you all the best of luck on your own Island Sanctuaries, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. So until next time, everyone, take care. Alright, I cannot wait for this. I have been waiting all day to be able to unlock this, so I'm not the only one, as you can tell with all of the people behind me, but this is for Island Sanctuary. So here we are in Old Sharlayan, and we're in the marketplace just outside the Aetheryte. And we accepted from the Clueless Crier with Seeking Sanctuary. The Clueless Crier employed by Tataru Taru's boutique inexplicably does not recognize you. Really? A good evening to you, my lady. Come to see Tataru Taru's boutique in the flesh, no doubt. May I interest you in one of our world-famous silk socks? They're so comfortable, you won't even realize you're wearing them. What's that? You're an acquaintance of the proprietress? Heavens! You're the Claire? Mistress Tataru has told me all about you. Come to think of it, I was to inform her immediately if you happen to stop by. Please, wait just a moment. I'll go and fetch her immediately. Okay, so he's getting Tataru, but man, come on, after all that we've done, you'd think they would know our faces. Because, you know, coming back in the Ragnarok, that wasn't exactly a private event. Here you are, Claire. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Business is booming, and I can hardly keep up. Not that I'm complaining. Our connections across the star are already paying dividends. Man, I'm sure you're wondering why I wish to speak with you. I have a surprise for you. A gift, in fact. A gorgeous, exclusive, and above all, properly registered. Wait, we're getting the island from you? Island Sanctuary! We do get it from you! You heard that right! I, Tataru Taru, am presenting you with your very own island! I know you'll be tempted to demur with, "Are you certain?" or "You're far too kind." Quite certain, and yes, I know. But I hope that you can accept this gift in the spirit of friendship. I've seen the weight of the burdens you carry firsthand, after all. You rose to become the champion of Eorzea, and now, a hero known across the star and beyond, which leaves very few places where you might be free of duty and expectation. As I considered where you might find such an oasis, an idea washed over me like an oncoming tide. The sea! And an island paradise with naught but the serenity of nature for moms. Even you should be free to relax. So what do you say? Yes? 1,000 times yes? Oh, hell yes! What are we waiting for? Toss me in the hold and set sail! Oh man, Tataru, I was not expecting it to come from you. But your boutique really seems to be getting around these days. It's good to know we're of the same mind. Truly, there's no time like the present to be on our way. Let's make for the Moorbury dry docks. Look for Balden, a skipper near the Aetheryte. He should be expecting us. Quest accepted! He has like a little island symbol. Oh my god, that is so cute. Oh my god, I was 100% prepared to bet that it was going to be like something from Rowena. It was going to be like a new business venture and that she was going to have us, you know what, dear, I'll give you an island. All you got to do is pay taxes on it or something. That's fully what I was expecting. How much do you all want to bet like she's going to rise up and be like named like the new member of the syndicate at this rate? Because we still have an opening from Telegiata Legi. So it wouldn't surprise me because she's originally from Udal. So she might rise up to be a member of the syndicate. Oh my god, that would be fantastic. Claire, are you? The little miss just told me to expect you. Said she'd be along shortly herself, but... speak of the devil. Aw, isn't she adorable? Claire, I thought I'd dress light for our voyage, given the notorious humidity of the Southern Isles. I trust everything is in order, Belden. Aye, just give me an holler when you're ready to set sail. You have nothing to fear from where we're going, not since any marauder with an ounce of sense in him hung up their axe. This whole island sanctuary business came about from the Admiral's reckoning. We need something to do now. Piracy's off the table. Matter of fact, just look at me, a bloody stand-up citizen ferrying folks around. Any road, you're packed rather light for a venture of this sort. You do realize you're responsible for bringing your own tools and supplies. Not to worry, we'll procure everything there. You'll what now? How in the hell do you plan to do that? Oh, I have a little something in mind. Let's just say the idea was good enough to land us our permit. That's so. Well, best of luck to you both. I'm sure you're just itching to see your new domain, so I'll fill you in on all the juicy details once we arrive. Make your preparations. We'll leave port the moment you give the word. I'll be waiting for you on the ferry. Island Sanctuary now accessible. So, yes, unlocking Island Sanctuary. It's going to be here at the dry docks. They did mention that in the last letter from the producer. Hi there, lads. What can I take ya? Take ye. Travel to my island. I just love that. Travel to your island? Yes. Yes, please. I'm wishing that we did this in the day because it's probably going to look better in the day, but oh well, I just couldn't wait. Oh, that's nice. I guess the voyage took longer than I thought. Claire, look towards the horizon. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look at that! Oh, it's so cute! This is all ours? Man, being a hero has some nice perks. Ah, there's nothing like a sea voyage to rekindle the adventuring spirit. So what do you think? This untamed isle is yours to cultivate as you see fit. Or not, as it were. If nothing else, think of it as your personal hideaway, a not-so-secret one. Oh, it's so nice! Not as many... There are less flowers than I thought it would be. I don't know why, I was just picturing a lot of flowers in my head. And wow, it got dark again. Just give me a quick moment. Okay, so now we're dressed for the occasion. Wow, this place is huge! I don't even know where to start. The refreshing caress of the wind, the soothing whisper of the waves, how liberating! I admit I've been looking forward to joining you here. Now this may come as a bit of a surprise, but the isle was once commandeered by a band of pirates and used as a supply base. Fortunately for us, the group disbanded years ago, and the island has since largely returned to its natural state. As you know all too well, Merib's never been one to sit around idly. She's had her eyes on the Zeldalius as formulating plans for island settlements for years. Now that a sense of peace has settled throughout the realm, she finally decided to put those plans in motion. A chosen few have been permitted to become keepers of private islands in this vast archipelago, and you're one of them. My industrious idea of procuring all materials needed to settle here locally struck a chord with the Admiral when she read my proposal, so much so that she was happy to grant me a deed. This is not exactly a one-woman job. I mean, we could probably do it, but it will take a long time. Not to worry, I have arranged for ample assistance. I shall happily introduce you in just a moment, but you'll need to follow me towards the charming little clearing I've designated as your base of operations. If we simply clamber up that slope ahead and proceed along the path, we should soon bump into... well, you'll see. Bump into what? I better switch back just in case. I don't know why. I have a bad feeling. Felicitious furball? It's a mammoth. Should you have any questions regarding the development of the isle, please keep them to yourself until pleasantry requirements are fulfilled. Well, aren't you a charmer? Allow me to introduce you to the Felicitious Furball, the leader of your team of mammoths. Well, if it isn't the owner herself, it shall be my pleasure to assist you, whether you desire it or not. Oh yes, I think we'll get along just fine. In addition to our feline friend here, I took the liberty of preparing a variety of other mammoths to assist with construction and development on the isle. You'll be pleased to know that they are the latest and greatest models developed by one of the most brilliant minds in Charlian. I heard that a professor of the studium was searching for a means to make use of his advanced automata. To make a long story short, I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and managed to acquire all of them for the unbeatable price of free. What did you do? As I understand, the mammoths were produced in secret whilst the Forum formulated plans for the mass exodus. Oh, I see, that makes sense. Intended to be used as laborers on distant stars to help in constructing a new home for the people of Aetheris, it seemed all reason for their existence vanished when the threat to our star was erased. As you can imagine, the professor was quite conflicted over what to do with the remains of what may well have been his life's work. But after some negotiation, I convinced him to entrust them to us, on the condition we share the data retrieved from the development on the Isle. Further, while I know it sounds like an ordeal and a half to procure all necessities from the island itself, there is ample practical justification for such experimentation. You see, the Admiral's vision is for people from all walks of life to have access to these island sanctuaries, and my idea might just be the most effective way to accomplish that. If one has the capital at hand to purchase the materials and equipment needed for such a bold endeavor, it is a simple matter to subsist safely and comfortably in a remote location. But that limits potential islands keep to a partly few. What of those without such funds who simply wish to enjoy nature and live off the land? We must prove that such a feat is possible, and assist in providing these would-be island keeps with the knowledge they need to succeed. Only then will these islands truly be sanctuaries. Fret not, Mistress Tataru. With authentic Charlian inquility and know-how at my claw tips, the simple-minded individual thunk. Excuse me, despite the enhancements in vocal organ design, the mechanism still gets stuck from time to time. Goodness, that's a relief, but I should leave you to get properly acquainted. I'll return to see the fruits of your partnership when they're ripe for the picking. For now, enjoy your own personal paradise. Cultivate the land or explore. The choice is yours. Yes. Welcome to the island. Give the word when you're finished ogling the surroundings. I prefer to get on with this sordid business sooner than later. I should also very much like to discuss the matter of my payment. What? What would a mammoth have need for payment? Well, okay, just reading this all really quick. Okay, so that looks like we finished unlocking it, so we got a lot of work to do to make this island habitable. Oh, what fun this will be. Okay, so it looks like we finally have a message from the lone mammoth here who basically has not had much to do. So the Curious Quarter, apparently now that we've managed to unlock everything else on the island that we needed, we're almost up to rank 10 right now, so apparently we're getting a message in from Tataru. I was actually wondering when she was going to be coming back. Okay, the land, wind, and sea. The Curious Courier is making strange beeping noises, and we get a present! Oh my god, what are we gonna get? Contact from Mistress Tataru. She's currently admiring the island from offshore, and will soon meet you on the inlet to the west. Wow, so she's coming back to visit! That's so nice. I hope she does appreciate all the hard work we put into building this place up. It looks fantastic. Hey, wouldn't it be great if she came back to just hang out with us on the beach? I really hope so. That would be so much fun. Seriously, I love Tataru. She's great. And... oh! Who are these two? Claire, how is life on the Isle treating you? Apologies for the short notice. The felicitous furball has been keeping me abreast of your progress, but I couldn't wait any longer to see with my own eyes. It seems you constructed workshops, guarantees, and other amenities besides. I trust the mammoths have been a tremendous help. Yeah, most of them are pretty rude though. Wonderful! As you can see, I've invited a few of our mutual acquaintances for a little tour of your accomplishments. I hope you don't mind. I heard from the Admiral that you landed a permit for an island sanctuary, so I thought I would stop by and offer my support. Gilfir here is along for the ride, so to speak. Oh, I remember them! So I know who he is. At least you worry, this is only our first stop in the tour of the Celendelis, so we'll be out of your hair before you know it. You okay? Grand Storm Marshal? Well, yeah, I kind of recognized him now. Doesn't look that different, does he? I, Inazar Slafiasen at your service. Half surprised you recognize me without the uniform on. On occasion, the Admiral is of a mind to force a leave of absence on me. I thought I'd take this opportunity to have a look around the island sanctuaries, and seeing as this fossil has nothing better to do. After sauntering up to me shit without a word of warning, he now sees fit to disbarge me. The way he barged into me cabin, I thought he was fixing to drag me off to the jails and me skivvies, not on some damn pleasure cruise. Luckily for this bastard, I've been hoping to get a closer eye on the Admiral's new venture myself. Somebody needs to steer their whelps aright in these new waters, so I came along peaceful-like. If me thrice damn body don't finish me off first! Don't push yourself, Hilfear. In fact, you should consider a sanctuary yourself. Solid ground, warm weather, and a fresh breeze for the rest of your days. However long those may be. Yeah, plainly hit your noggin sprouting such poppycock. But you may be onto something. When the sea's got no more use for me, better to welcome the end on land, rot in that old cabin. Instead of an end, think of it as a new beginning. And should you require assistance in procuring permits or trading partners, Tatari Tara's boutique is at your service. We ask only to share any discoveries you make along the way. Yeah, got it all figured out, eh? If you're that keen, might be as I take you up on your offer. See if the whelps don't haul out some pigs for the roasting when they visit. And here I thought you were completely opposed to the idea. Instead, you're planning out supper. Just to be clear, I had better be invited. No doubt you'll join as well, Claire. Oh, how can I say no to that? Grand Storm Marshal on the Maelstrom ain't invited to no shindy of mine. Now, were you to come as a pirate, might be as I'm open to the prospect. Stubbornness only grows with age, they say. Haven't seen this isle and its effects on the Upstein much firsthand. I'm convinced the Admiral was right to chart this course for Limsa's future. Full glad am I to have made the trek. Hear, hear, though I'm awfully curious about the other isles as well, so I'm afraid we can't stay long. More than anything, I'm glad to have found you at ease here, Claire. I call that mission accomplished. Glim Lane, take me. I nearly forgot I have something for you. The Admiral intended to deliver these to you herself, but as you are aware, one in her position can scarce move freely, and I would be remiss if I did not make it a point to inform you she picked them out personally. Really? What is it? What is it? On that note, I believe it's time we see that the rest of the archipelago has to offer. I very much look forward to seeing what other accomplishments you've made when next I visit. I wonder how they plan to improve this later on in the future. Oh, clothes! Farmhand clothes. Oh, the Admiral picked them out herself, did she? Yeah, the only way I can really think of them, like, adding to it is, like, adding more, like, landmarks throughout the place. Maybe, maybe some, like, underwater caves. That would be cool. I gotta see what she looks like with this gear. I'm kind of scared now, because I've seen sketches of this, like, when I do go back to, like, the cities. Okay, let's just try it out. Okay. Oh my god. So this is where the this is where the shorts come in. Oh man, the Admiral picked this out? Really? If I didn't know better, I'd swear she had ulterior motives. But what can I say? Claire looks cute in just about anything, doesn't she? Well, I guess that's gonna be it for now, so until next time everyone, get off my island. I got a lot of work to do.